We're good.
Good. All right. Sweet. Right on. Thank you guys for showing up. Super excited to have all of you. Got a lot of OG faces in here. Maybe a couple of new people. Mr. Greg Bilbro's in here. How's it going, Greg? Sweet. If this is any of your guys' first time in our Zoom our reps Zoom, Heart of Profit Zoom, Elephant Challenge, if you're not too familiar with us, type 1 in the chat for us, just so we know how many new people we're talking to. What's up, Greg? A lot of OGs. Okay. Tiana's new. Welcome, Tiana. So yeah, today, guys, we're just going to be role playing. We're going to be practicing our role playing direct to seller because of the closers competition that's going on in sub 2, closers octagon. I actually compete today, so I could use the practice. And yeah, we want some of you guys to participate as well too. So first of all, let me do my normal intro. I'll make it pretty quick. But if you guys want to know how you can connect with us, what the point of even these Zooms are, so we have our own Facebook group. We're building our own community within the sub 2 community. With Pace's blessing, obviously, he promotes us as leaders, so why not? So we have our very own Facebook group. We actually just passed 2,000 members, steadily growing. Rachel, can you drop the links to everything too in one nice format? So
I just
Facebook,
did.
you just did? Okay, perfect. You're on top of it. Okay. Yeah, if you guys scroll up a little bit, there's all the links to the Facebook group. She just dropped it again. Perfect. Our YouTube channel. So we go live twice a week on Zoom, and we do that's not it. This. We go live twice a week on Zoom. And we do underwriting, live calls, role plays, you name it, we do it. Market analysis, calling buyers, calling sellers, walking sellers through contracts. We've been doing this for over a year now and have built up a decent inventory of, just good information for Zooms if you guys are driving in your car or at work and you want to plug in a podcast. Might as well check out one of our Zooms about underwriting or lead generation strategies, all that good stuff. Rachel's also the team's hosting a sub 2 meetup in Colorado Springs tomorrow. It's going to be about goal setting and networking. It's at the Trinity Brewery in the Garden of the Gods. CJ, we'll see him. I don't think he'll make it by driving. I don't know. But yeah, sub 2 meetup tomorrow in Colorado Springs. If you guys can make it, come support. We'd hugely appreciate it. And then lastly is our Discord. So if you guys are new to the group, this is really where we're trying to push our community is the Discord. So in the links that Rachel put, it is titled launchpass.com/reps. So make sure you tap into the Discord. Once you come in, you have to hit this verification and then check this check mark box down here. So if that's not working, Discord's not working, you have to check this box under verification. But once you're in, we let you guys know when we're going live, when we're having meetups, all that good stuff. If you come to the links channel, one of the main reasons we do this Zoom is for our JV program, right? So we hope to just give you guys as much value as possible through role plays, through underwriting. And in return, when you get a lead and you're needing help with it, we hope that you bring that back to us and we'll JV it with you and get it to the closing table. So we have direct to agent lead forms, direct to seller lead forms, dispo form if you just need help finding a buyer. If you have buyers, we have a wrap buyer form and an investor buyer form where you're listed as the JV partner. So if we find a deal, sell it to an investor you brought us, you get paid. So just a ton of opportunities to make money out there. Right on. I'm not familiar with William Zabka. Cobra Kai. Oh, okay. Right on. I appreciate it, JR. Thank you so much. Sweet. And then, yeah, so some of the other benefits of the Discord, we have virtual office twice a week. So definitely more and more people have been taking advantage of that. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. You can come in and listen to us make live calls, ask us questions, get help underwriting a deal, whatever you need help with. It's essentially, we want you guys to feel like you're in office with us. So we do that twice a week. And then also in resources, we have this new feature. It's called Need a List. And some of you guys have already started taking advantage of it as well too. If you want to call direct to seller or direct to agent, but you don't have prop stream or you can't afford to pay for these big long lists, shoot us a message in here. Let us know what kind of list you'd like to call. We'll send you a JV agreement and an NDA. And we'll shoot you over a list. Skip trace would, we'll try to give you the list that you want, but sometimes we just have a big, huge list and, we'll give you that one as well too. So foreclosures, direct to seller, direct to agent, expired listings, you name it, let us know. We also will be putting up list templates in here too. So just a ton of resources in the Discord. Make sure you guys tap in to the Discord community. That's the best place to also get a hold of us. You can shoot me a DM on there, shoot Rachel a DM, all that good stuff. So, okay, sweet. Did I miss anything, Rachel? Am I missing anything? No? Okay.
No, I don't think so. I would just make sure that if you want a new list, instead of DMing me, it would probably be the easiest is put it in the Discord channel saying need a new list. Don't
Yep.
text me. Like just put it all there so then it would just be easier for me.
Beautiful.
And then
Okay.
we want to talk about the Elephant Challenge is back and starting next week on Wednesday from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. I don't, pace. It may go 3 hours, may go 4. I don't know. So join the Elephant Challenge. I'll put in the link here.
Sweet. Okay, sweet. So yeah, we want to talk about role play today and just direct to seller in general. A lot of these conversations, if you get good at direct to seller, direct to agent is not much different. It's actually a little easier, I would say. But yeah, if you can get good at direct to seller, I think it's a lot easier and quicker curve to getting a deal close. So that's what we want to focus on. Early in the chat, if you guys joined a little late, maybe you missed it, but Angie posted a PDF of what kind of sellers there are. So you can see it now. Do you want to talk about it, Angie?
Yeah, well, so we're using this wheel for doing role play because these are the types of sellers that you'll get. Some they could be blue, which, as you see, cautious, precise, deliberate. They're questioning. Then like red, if they're red, they're upset, they're competitive, they're demanding. And then the earth green, they're nice sellers, they're caring sellers. They're patient. And then the yellow is like they're real sociable and real giddy and enthusiastic. So in our challenge, we have scenarios where someone plays as a seller and they choose from this color wheel what they're going to be, whether they're going to be blue, red, green, or yellow. And then we role play. And that's about it.
Okay, sweet. And so I think most people in here are like, well, I love to talk to, only green and yellow sellers. And that is the case, right? Those tend to be the easiest people to talk to. But if you can get good at matching the tonality of blue and red sellers, right? And getting on their level. Joey had one of the best calls. Honestly, one of the funniest calls I have heard. I haven't laughed that hard in like 6 months. We're chopping that video up and we're going to put that out on Discord and social media. But it was such a hilarious phone call. This guy, he was intoxicated. You could tell, very red seller, fired up. And Joey was just matching his tonality and just became the guy's best friend. So if you can, these are easier, tend to be easier people to work with. But if you can get good at talking to blue and red sellers, that's where you step up as a closer, So, okay, how do we want to do it, Ange? Do you want me to go first? You want to be the seller?
Yeah,
You want Joey to
I'll
be
be
the
the
seller?
seller.
You want to be the
I can be
seller?
the seller. But let me think of a scenario first.
Okay.
No, here I got this. Let me challenge Dylan.
Okay, okay, all
Okay.
right, go.
And so I only have 6 minutes too. I got to keep a timer for 6 minutes.
Also, I put in the chat at one point, maybe after we do some role play, answer some questions. I had an idea. I can go over my very first subject to deal, break down that deal if you guys are interested.
Yeah. Why would they be interested in that, Joey? No one cares about that.
It's 15K assignment, bro.
As soon as you say ring ring, I'll start the timer.
Okay. So Joey's my seller?
Yep.
All right, yeah. Before you go, I'm gonna choose to be one of these colors, and then you guys try to guess which one it was.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready. Whatever.
All right. Ring ring.
Hello.
Yeah, hey Joey, my name is Dylan. I am just calling about your property on 123 Main Street. I think one of my assistants had maybe spoke to you earlier. Are you still looking to sell that property?
Yeah, man. I mean, you're probably like the 50th guy to call me. I don't know who called me before.
The 50th guy to call you. Wow, okay. So you must get a lot of calls. But you are looking to sell it then, it sounds like.
For the right price.
Gotcha. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. You want to get the right price for your property. It makes sense. Can you tell me a little bit about why you're selling it?
Yeah, man. I just want the most. I want the highest. I want the best price, man. I don't really, need to sell it, but shoot me an offer and I'll take a look.
Gotcha. Okay. Why haven't you considered listing it with a real estate agent?
Man, I don't want to pay an agent just to come take some pictures and take 6% from me, man. So I'd rather just work directly with and buy me an investor or whatever, man, as long as I get my price.
Sure. Okay. And out of the 50 phone calls that you get a day, has anyone put an offer in front of you that makes sense?
No, man, just a bunch of low walls. Probably, I assume wholesalers. I mean, I get the game, but this ain't gonna work for someone like that.
Gotcha. Okay. What kind of condition is the property in, if you could tell me quickly?
It's perfect. It's perfect. I just did some renovations like a year ago, dropped like 30K on my kitchen, updated my bathrooms, did some of the work myself, but I got
Okay.
permits. I mean, it's
So it's
great
in good shape.
condition.
Okay, great. So do you know what you want for it? What's the specific dollar amount?
Yeah, man, give me 300K and the house is yours.
300K. Okay. And if I was able to get you 300K and put an offer in front of you, how soon would you look to close?
30 days.
30
Just let me
days.
get all
Okay.
my stuff out.
So you're still living in the property.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'll have to get back with, the mathematicians in my office and see if we can get an offer to you up to 300,000. We do buy properties in different ways. We buy properties in cash, we get conventional financing, and we also have some creative strategies as well. If I wasn't able to come up to your asking price with a cash offer, but I was able to get you 300, maybe even more, but I just paid you a down payment and paid you the rest over time, would you consider something like that?
What do you mean, man? I still got a loan on this too.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, whether you have a loan or not, essentially it's a seller finance transaction if you're familiar with those. So I would just give you a down payment. We set a purchase price and whatever I haven't paid down, we just create a loan. Whether you have a mortgage or not, I just pay you enough monthly. That way that mortgage is still covered and maybe even some on top.
Yeah, man. And what if you miss payments? Then I'm just stuck with somebody not making my payment and I'm screwed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a ton of red flags, a ton of risks there. What I'll do is can I get your email and I'll shoot you over just a mock offer with maybe some numbers, and I'll send you some info about our company and the recent transactions we've closed. We've been in business for over 18 years. We buy 5 to 6 homes a month. So, but who knows? We could get abducted by aliens. So if we do miss payments, we do put a security in place for you to be able to take the home back. So,
What do you mean take the home back? So let's say you miss payments and then your renters destroyed my property and I'm left with, this shitty property.
absolutely. And, since none of us have a crystal ball, right, I could tell you we'll hire the best property management companies, vet all our tenants, but tenants will be tenants. So if a property is destroyed, we are going to come in and fix it up, whether you're the bank or not, whether we have conventional financing or seller financing, we're going to make repairs to that property because it's an investment that we are keeping in our portfolio long term. So we'll make the repairs, put new tenants in there. Any maintenance, insurance, taxes is all handled by us. We will carry insurance on the property as well too.
I don't know, man. I mean, I owe 250 on it, so I mean, I'm looking to at least get 50K out of this, man.
Okay, makes sense. That may work for our underwriting team. I have your email. Let me shoot you over basically a mock offer. That I think I can get up to maybe higher than 300 with that if it would make sense. Sounds like you need 50K down. You owe roughly 200, so we'll figure that into the math. I'm going to shoot you this offer over here in the next couple of hours. Would it be fine for me to follow up with you, let's say Monday, either at 11 a.m. or does 4 p.m. work better for you?
Man, just shoot me an offer. I'll take a look and just follow up right away, man. I want to get a deal done. I don't play any games.
Sounds good. Okay. Really appreciate it. One more thing, Joey, too, if I can ask, what would you do if you couldn't get your 300 price? Would you still live in it? Would you then consider getting a realtor?
I mean, if a realtor's looking to take 2%, maybe. I'd rather just probably list it myself, try to go that way.
Okay. But if you can't sell it and all the agents only want 6%, what would you do?
I don't know, man. I'll just keep living my life.
Time up.
Time. Okay. Sweet. All right. How was that? Was that okay? You guys judge me. Judge me.
Joey sounds like a dick.
Yeah, Joey's red.
Yeah, I agree with that,
I was
Tom.
trying.
Joey was not making Dylan's life easy.
But hey, good job on coming back on that stuff, Dill. You're in the follow up. Would this work this time or this time? And then you kind of brushed off his objections, right? You put them in your brain, but you didn't address them. You said okay, and then you just pivoted and kept going and explaining it more and more. So you didn't feed into his. He was asking you to duel with him, like go back and forth on that, and you didn't feed into it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you had a red seller.
Mm-hmm.
Jerk.
Okay,
I bet his dad's a jerk too.
Yeah,
Okay.
quick question on that one. Yeah, what was the motivation?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Graham kind of hit the nail on the head. I couldn't really get his motivation. Like it was, I just want to see what I can get for it. And that's what I was trying to push for at the end. Like I'd set up the follow-up appointment. I'm like, okay, but what happens if you don't sell it? Like that's my question to try to continue to pull motivation out of them.
Yeah.
And
I
I
was
just ran out of
purposely
time.
hiding the motivations.
Yeah. Did you have one in mind?
No, I was just gonna be like that guy we talked to the other day. My price, man, and I'll sell it. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to
But-
say really.
But the questioning was great, though, how it went back and forth. I know you didn't find out the motivation, but you kept that call flowing, Dill, right?
Yeah.
Where you could have been stuck or could have been fighting with him about the price. Well, actually, the price is not, going off about
Right.
bullcrap. But you stuck to your game plan, right? And just acknowledge what he said, but stuck to your game plan. So I think you did well in that respect. Joey was just, an unrealistic seller at that point in time.
Yeah. Yeah. My thought process is like, he gets 50 calls a day about it, right? Everybody else is like telling him, I'm at 200,000, man. Here's this and this comp, you want 300, you're smoking crack, right? So that's when we pivot to a seller finance and then just try to uncover facts, right? Like condition of the property. Motivation is the most important though. If you can get a seller to open up about their really true motivation, where it's hard for them to, they're going to trust you more, especially if you can reiterate their motivation to them. Hey, it sounds like this is this and this and this is what you're going through. If I was able to come up with a solution that, makes the most sense, would you be able to sign a contract? Something like that. Sweet. Okay. Who wants to go next? Angie or Joey? They're
Want to
both
go,
quiet.
Joey?
You want to mute? I hear something. Oliver's got a question. What's up, bro?
Oh, Oliver, you got a question?
I'm down to role play if you want.
Okay, let's go. Do you want to be Joey's seller and then vice versa? Oh wait, he might have just gotten a phone call. Let me see.
Is Savannah, let's see if Savannah's still in here. Yeah.
No.
Savannah's a really good seller.
Yeah, I'm here. I have a few minutes. Yeah, I can do like one role play and then I'm waiting for Daniel's team meeting to start.
Oh,
Okay.
Savannah's good, man. I've started
Yeah.
believing that's who she is.
Multiple personality disorder.
I'm not gonna know who you are.
Yeah. Oliver, if you want to go, Oliver, we'll have Savannah role play with you.
Sure.
okay, sweet. Do
Wheel, Savannah?
You want me to spin my wheel?
Oh yeah, she has the wheel, so she'll give you a perfect scenario too. Yeah, that's good. Savannah's got it.
Should I ask Oliver like what kind of personality you feel like you're struggling with? And then I can go with that, or do you want it to be random?
I would just say go for it. If I get to pick, it's just gonna make me nervous.
Okay.
Okay, when you say ring ring, I'll start it.
Awesome. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this Savannah?
Yeah, this is she. Who's this?
Hi, Savannah. My name's Oliver. I am calling about your house on Fairfax in Denver. Is that still for sale?
Yeah, I've been like throwing the idea around, but yeah, do you have like an offer for me?
Well, we can definitely get to that. You said you're throwing the idea around. What's got you thinking about selling the house?
Yeah, it had some water damage to it. And so I'm just like not sure if I should fix it up or sell it the way it is.
Okay, so you got some water damage, some stuff to fix up. Is that something that you were thinking about doing yourself? If you did, sounds like you've been thinking.
No, I don't know how to do any construction stuff, so I'd have to like hire some help. I guess I'm just, yeah, I'm just kind of like in a little bit of a pickle. I think I maybe took some missteps or wasn't as responsible as I should have been, but yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out what to do now. But yeah, if you want to come take a look at it and let me know what you think. I mean, are you like a buyer or are you like a real estate agent?
I am certainly interested in seeing if we can purchase this house. And I love that you've been thinking about what you would like to do with the house. I mean, right off the bat, I think you're being a little bit hard on yourself. Give yourself some props for trying to figure out how you can make this work. You also said that you're in a pickle. What's I don't like to pry, but what's going on?
Yeah, so it's it's kind of hard to admit, but so I went on vacation, okay? So I went down to Florida. I was hanging out with the girls. We were having such a good time, and the place flooded while I was gone.
Oh no.
So yeah, that was such a bummer. Like obviously we were having such a good time and then like on this high and come back and then like deal with this huge mess. So we went through all the insurance stuff and I got a check, but I didn't get it fixed.
Okay. Still trying to figure out what to do next, it sounds like.
Yeah, but I don't exactly have the insurance money anymore.
Okay.
So that's my pickle. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, but
I'm here to help you figure this out. It brings me a lot of joy to help people figure out how to get out of these situations. This is a big deal. I mean, we don't sell houses. We don't buy houses every day. This isn't something that you just walk out in the morning and do. So I'm here to help you figure this out. Do you have some people renting it out? Do you have people in there that you have to fix this for, or is this where you're
No,
living?
this is my place, but I haven't been staying there. I've just been staying with a friend because it smells really bad in there, so I don't even want to be in there. So but I'm still like paying the mortgage and stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I, and the other thing too is, so
Oh,
my
okay.
dad co-signed on this with me and I haven't told him, and I'm just kind of like, ugh, I just know he's going to be
Okay.
like, disappointed. So if I
Oh,
sell it,
I'm
I
with
do
you.
need to like tell him what's going on with it, but I don't want him to know that I just spent all the money.
Well,
But
we'll definitely get there. I feel you. Let's get this figured out before we have to drop bombs on dad and stuff like that. We will have to, talk to him at some point. It sounds like you already know that. Since, it sounds like he's on the deed. He signed on the house with you.
yeah, he purchased it with me because
Okay.
I couldn't qualify on my own. So he signed it with me, but oh
What a
my gosh,
dad.
yeah, I don't want
I
to
love
disappoint
him.
him. It's a,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, let's not worry about him right now. We will get him on the phone and we'll set up follow-up meetings so that we can have everybody on the same page and stuff like that. But it also, we want to get that mortgage out of your name and we want to get it fixed up and all that sort of good stuff off your platter. So it sounds like you're looking to get this done soon. What's your timeline on this?
I mean, I do have some stuff like still in there, so I just need to like move that out. Like if I were to sell it, if I were
Okay.
to keep it, I mean, obviously I want to get it done right away and like have my place back because I love it. I just decorated it so nicely and I like picked everything out and like it looks really cute. So it's definitely like
Oh,
my little like Barbie dream house.
I'll have to have you come decorate my house. I love building, but I am not quite a decorator. So we're going to work something out there before we're done. I'll tell you that much. All right. So if you had a magic wand, let's just play here for a quick second. If you had a magic wand and you could get anything that you wanted, as far as this house is concerned, what would you want as far as price and getting out of there?
I guess I never really thought about it. Because like I just feel like so overwhelmed and not sure what to do. So I didn't even look to see like what that would look like if I was actually going to sell it. I was kind of, I don't, yeah. So I don't know. I guess I would have to like, what should I do? Should I just like reach out to like a real estate agent or something?
Okay, so you haven't tried real estate agent yet? No worries. I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do. Is I want you to think about a price. Maybe hop onto Zillow and just have some fun on there. Just enjoy yourself doing that. We're going to put together some numbers and we're going to do some comparables and we'll come back to you and have that meeting with you and your dad and figure out what works best for you. Does that work
Wait,
for you?
I'm not what do you mean? Like we have to tell my dad what's going on?
Timer.
Ah, that was a good one, Savannah.
I'm so sorry. If I knew the timer was going off, I would have just agreed.
No, don't just agree with me. That's the challenge. I want the challenge. Oh, that was exciting. Thank you again, Savannah. I
Good
love
job,
it.
Oliver. That was great. That was
Good
good.
stuff.
It
See,
was really
Savannah
good.
really got me believing she's actually that seller.
I was trying to be like super yellow and he did a great job at like interrupting me and keeping me on track without letting me just talk forever.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Like politely. It wasn't in a rude way. It was really good. Nice job.
That was good.
So yeah, pick me apart, guys. I really do want to be picked apart. I want to hear some stuff.
Oliver, I like it. Overall, really good call. I got some notes. This is just what I do, not you don't have to do it. Instead of saying, "Hey, is this Savannah?" I just say, "Hey, Savannah, my name's Oliver." I know their name. You know what I mean? Instead of, because
Okay.
a lot of sellers, I've had it happen before where they pretend because they get so many calls. They're like, "No, this isn't him," but I know it's, you know what I mean? I know it's them. They're just tired of all these damn calls. So I just say, "Hey, hey, Savannah, it's Oliver." Dylan uses this one a lot. Just another annoying person giving you a call about your property on 123 Main Street, whatever. So instead of asking who is this, just say their name. Um, let's see. My next note. Okay, the water damage. I love how you were relating to her, making her, laugh, making her feel good. Um, you didn't find out till later what the total damage was. Water damage, I want to know what's going on right away. Like, is the house falling down? Does it just stink? Did it ruin the whole kitchen? What happened with that water damage? Just so we know. And then let her know we'll buy this as is, right? You don't have to talk about anything else, but like, oh, water damage is totally cool with me. We'll grab this as is. Let's see. I did a really good job relating to the seller. I love that magic wand quote you did. I always use it. I always say, yeah, in a perfect world, right? What would happen with this property? What would you walk with? But you use the magic wand. I like that. But other than that, really good. I think you did a lot of rapport building, and towards the end, try to get to closing it, try to get to numbers, try to get getting a contract. But overall, great call, Albert.
I was looking at the timer at the very end going, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really good too, Oliver. My only critique is just small stuff. It's just trying to remove, and I need to work on this too. I say stuff like that. And I heard you say that just a few times and things like that and stuff like that. Try to just eliminate that out of your lexicon, but everybody needs to work on that. So just small things there is really all I noticed. And I think Angie and Savannah, you probably know what are we all being judged on? It's intro, rapport building, fact finding, objection handling, solutions, and follow up.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it. Intro, rapport,
Yeah.
motivation, objections, solutions, follow up.
Yeah. So intro, just like Joey said, just assume whoever answers is the right person you're talking to. Say, hey, this is Oliver. I'm calling about 123 Main Street. And then they'll tell you, I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. You have the wrong number. So just go with it. I think it's a stronger intro. And like Joey said, people are more apt to engage in a conversation when they think you might have spoke before. And that's why that's so good. It's just like, hey, Oliver, it's Dylan. I'm calling you about 123 Main Street.
Okay. I like that.
Fact finding was good. I really liked how that if the dad is on the deed, he's a decision maker. So just because the daughter messed up, he still has to know what's going on. He has to sign off on everything too. So maybe 6 minutes is so hard, but trying to push for maybe his contact info, something like that. Solutions are hard to present. That's why I'm like, well, let me get your email and I'll put together some solutions that I think would best be fit for you. And I'll touch on them like, we could take over your loan. We could make renovations for you. I have a good public adjuster that I could refer you to. Or another thing too is so many people are so quick to like just give a lowball cash offer. Say, it might be best for them just to list the property, get the most eyes on it. Whether you're a realtor or not, I know you are, Oliver, but any of you guys, if you're not a realtor, you can still refer a seller to a realtor and get paid. You have to have another realtor technically refer them, but then that realtor will pay you. So that's what I do with Angie all the time. We have a house in Tyler, Texas. Our tenant is selling. I called agents for my seller and interviewed them and said, hey, would you guys give up a 50% referral fee if we just gave you a layup listing? We had someone agree to it. So now we're going to get 50% of that 3% commission or more, just like that. So just another solution for sellers. And then, yeah, your follow-up was good too. So really good, man. I liked it.
I appreciate that. I don't know if you guys heard me on the other role plays. I've been trying to practice with other people as much as possible. Sound like I'm coming along. I'm feeling way more comfortable these days, like just having the conversations and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's all it is. Get reps in, and then it's just second nature. You feel like it's just another day at the office. You're not nervous to make phone calls. I still get to the point where I come into the office, I open my CRM, and I got to start calling some leads. And that first one, I'm breaking off some rust, but by the third, fourth one, so that's all it is. Just more reps and the more natural you become. So I liked it.
Honestly,
you
that
also
comment
did
helps most.
Yeah.
I feel a little rusty for the first 3 calls. That helps
Exactly.
a lot.
Yeah. And another, my last thing too, you did a great job of matching her energy as a yellow seller. And like she said, keeping you back on track, or keeping her on track when she's talking about her girls' trip in Florida and stuff like that. So
Jeff
Awesome.
Smith, what do you think? We would like your opinion.
Oh, Jeff's in here?
Jeff's in the house?
OG Jeff?
Yeah.
Say what?
Jeff's the number
Okay.
one position right now.
Coming for you, Jeff.
I know you are, dude. That's why I got to get in here and scope out the competition. I'm already freaked out about both of you. So this was something I did in my own self-critique video, because I ran into the same thing that you and Dylan are contemplating, which was, how the hell are we going to get points for presenting solutions when we only got 6 freaking minutes to do all this crap? Because like in a normal conversation, we're not posting cash and creative in that amount of time. There's so much more work to be done. So I think the solution I've come up with is at about the 4-minute mark, I'm going to start peppering them with a few questions of like, okay, looks like you want to sell this thing. If you did sell it, how much money are you trying to squeeze out of this thing? And then based on whatever the response is, I can start to gauge on whether or not it's cash or creative. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, here's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go get with my team, and I'm going to figure out if we can hit that number. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. If we can't hit it exactly, what is your mortgage balance? And I'll get that kind of last second. And I'll say, okay, cool. So if that's your mortgage balance, I'm going to see what a cash offer is. If it's lower, then maybe I'm going to come up with a creative solution. If we could get you some money out of it, would you be open to something different? And that's about all I'm going to do. Because like you said, we really don't have time to screw around and get too deep into the objections of sub 2. But if I propose solutions like, there are options that I'm going to go get for you, and that's what we're going to do on our next call, I think that should solidly get us some points for it.
Love it. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And that was kind of my thought too, going through my phone call, is you can't go into the weeds of things. And
right.
I think presenting seller finance instead of like even asking them, do you have a mortgage? Also, the format of this is hard when we're calling. We have no idea what type of lead, if they have a mortgage or not. So I just present seller finance. And then if they say, oh, I have a mortgage, no worries. That doesn't really affect a seller finance transaction. We just pay you enough every month, so that way it covers the mortgage and then maybe then some on top. What do you think about that?
I noticed you did that, and I think that makes sense. And a lot for these competitions, guys, is about how do we condense our questions into a smaller amount. So when we ask things like, well, is it vacant, or is it owner occupied, or do you have a tenant in place? Why don't we just condense it down to who is living in the property? Like, it's just about saving like 5-10 seconds, because it adds up quick.
Yeah. I love that.
The only other thing, Dylan, for you, and I apologize, I don't mean to like take up a bunch of time. Dylan, for the previous role play you did, like when you have this red seller and they're just not giving you an inch, what I might try also is like, hey, you're getting all these 50 calls every day. I mean, something obviously has you entertaining the discussion. What's going on? And be still like, because I'm a crazy person, then I might say, okay, well, most people we work with, like they're facing some shit, like foreclosure, the house is in bad shape. I'm guessing none of that is happening here. And if he still says no, then I'm like, all right, you truly have no motivation, and you're not supposed to be doing that in the competition.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do too. I would say, to me, it doesn't sound like you're too serious about actually selling it. I think I forget who it was. It wasn't Jabs Carter, but someone posted an Instagram story this morning of them doing that exact thing. It doesn't sound like you want to sell it. And it was a great way to try to pull more motivation out of him.
So I saw Daryl Ellison kind of post
Yeah,
that
Daryl. That's Daryl, yeah.
And I originally learned that from Steve Trang.
Love it. Yeah. I've used that a couple of times, but that's definitely the scenario I think it best fits for.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Anyway,
thanks,
you
Jeff.
guys are killing it. I will see you in Phoenix when you're in the top 10, dude.
Let's go, man. I hope so. Thanks,
All right,
Jeff.
buddy.
Bye.
Thanks,
Sweet.
Jeff.
All right. Jeremy, do you have a question, or do you want to role play?
He has a seller that he wants to call live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you guys want to call, or want me to call them?
Do it.
Let's do it. Up to you. If you want us to call it, I'll happily call it. If you want to get the practice, you can.
Yeah, I was going to send it to you at some point. All I did was, find out a time to call back, but he's negative 10 equity with a 3.55 interest rate. So it sounds like a perfect one for you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, if you want to call and show us all how it's done, it's better.
Okay.
You have better odds at it than me, but I don't mind calling you.
Can you like private message me the address?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
And his phone number.
And then Dylan, just say the street name when you're calling.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Sweet.
YouTube will delete my video.
Yep. I don't get why that is.
Also, Dylan, while we're waiting for that, there's
Mhm.
a question. Anthony had a good question. Can you touch on that?
Anthony had a good question.
Yeah, in the chat.
Here,
Why
Dylan,
not
while you're looking for
ask
the
the
interest, I can answer that.
Okay, yeah.
He says, why not ask up front for their price and circle back after getting the other details? See if it can be lowered or other. I mean, it changes for every call, Anthony. It's kind of your own strategy of how you call sellers and agents, right? You can ask up front. I like to get to the point up front a lot of the times. But yeah, what are you looking to get out of this, man? What do you want for this? Some people, they want to build rapport, kind of just talk, keep them on the phone, and then go with the price at the end. That's kind of a personal thing, and just see what works for you. I fill it out on the seller. If I have a real bubbly seller slash agent, and they want to tell me everything about their life, I'm not going to pull out price yet. Right? I'm going to just keep rapport with them, make them laugh, relate to them, then circle back to try to close it later. But if you got a no nonsense guy, you get to the price right. So that's kind of a varies every call. You kind of got to feel that out. I try to just match what my seller or agent is. I'll even find myself laughing like how they laugh. It's weird. I just try to
Do you have
match.
his number, Jeremy?
A good question.
Thank you.
Do you have his number, Jeremy?
I just sent it to you.
Okay, I got it. Okay, sweet. So you've already had a conversation with him, though?
Yeah, real quick. He was busy, so he just said call me back in an hour. So 12:30, I was supposed to call back
Okay.
and just tell him I'm stuck in a meeting or whatever, and whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
You're the
Did you really
closer.
get anywhere with him about selling it
No,
still or anything
it
like
sounded
that?
like he was working, and he's still interested in selling the house. 3.55 interest rate on it, and it just sounded like he was busy. So I just set a follow up time at like an hour. Say call back.
Perfect. Okay, let me reach out. Is it skiing? You're muted. He didn't answer. Is it skiing? Let me double tap him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's skiing. I probably skipped his name on that one.
Okay.
Please leave your message for.
Couldn't get him.
Yeah, well,
Try
it's worth a shot.
Try again. Yeah, maybe set up another timer in an hour. I'd say, Jeremy.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. But yeah, for like
Right.
expired listings too, Jeremy, I think like one of my favorite intros, because expired listings and foreclosures, I think this intro works very well because most likely they're getting blown up by realtors and wholesalers. So it's real quick too. It's like you're not asking them their name. It's just, hey, Skian, my name's Dylan. I'm calling about your property on 123 Main Street. I'm sure I'm just another annoying person. I just have, this is one way to do it. I just have two quick questions. Do you have 30 seconds? I don't always recommend asking if they have time, but if they say, yeah, this is just something, I don't know, that makes me laugh. I say, great, that was my first question. My next question is, would you still consider selling that property if you could get your price of, and I can see his price here, 469, and then go from there. That's just one way to do it. But I typically besides that, I wouldn't recommend asking anyone, hey, do you have, is now a good time? Do you have 30 seconds? I'd actually prefer saying is now a bad time and get a no out of them. But okay, sweet. Do we?
Cool.
Here, Dill, let's do that. I want to do like a real, don't time this one. I think everyone can learn a lot from this one. Dylan's going to be an expired listing, low equity, and just let's see if I can get over all the objections. I just kind of want you guys to hear this one.
You don't want to time
Me
it
and
though?
Dill. No, you don't have to time it. Just do like this is a regular call. There's a real situation. It's got no equity, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I think people can get a lot from this call, this fake call.
Okay. Angie will play after. Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right, cool. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Dylan, my name's Joey. I'm just calling about your property on 123 Main Street. I saw you had it listed for a while. You took it off the market. I'm just a buyer in the area, man. Just calling to see if you're still looking to sell that.
Yeah, I plan to get it relisted back in the spring, actually. So I don't need another agent.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm not an agent. I'm a buyer in the area. I actually am closing one like 4 doors down in like 3 days. I own a good amount of properties in this area. Just looking to add another one to my portfolio, and I saw the pictures of this one. Looks like an awesome house, man. I'm surprised you didn't get a contract. Um, I mean, I'm still would love to buy it if you want to just skip the whole listing process and waiting months and paying all those agent commissions. I'd love to just buy it now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. My realtor is actually a good buddy of mine, so you can just talk to him if you'd like.
Awesome, man. I still would love to pay your agent. I get a lot of agents come my way and I always pay their commission. If you give me a quick 5 minutes, I'd love to just break down my offer to you.
Sure, you got 5 minutes.
Sweet, man. I appreciate it. So I see, correct me if I'm wrong, on my end it shows you owe about 400 and you were trying to list it for 420. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha. So again, correct me if I'm wrong. At the end of the day, if you were to sell, you were looking to maybe break even or maybe even have to write a check to the bank to sell it?
Yeah, when my realtor showed me the numbers, yeah, I'm looking to break about even. That's why I think if I list it back in the spring, I'll get more buyers and hopefully get, we actually plan to relist a little bit higher.
Gotcha. Okay, man. Well, instead of you breaking even, I mean, I got an offer for you where I could put 10K in your pocket, pay your agent's commission. And it's a little creative. What I do is I just take over those mortgage payments for you.
You just
That
take
sound
over
like
the
something you'd
mortgage
be
payments?
interested in? Yeah.
I mean, not really, man. I'm just looking for a clean, easy sale. I just want to be done with this, so I can move on.
Gotcha. And I get that a lot, man. You want to be done with it. You want to be over with this property. In a sale like this, you actually are done with it. Once we close and you get that 10K in your pocket, everything falls on me. All responsibility comes on me. And I'll even give you an example. I bought a property about 4 months ago, just in this manner. I took over the guy's interest rate, I took over his mortgage payments. That house actually burned down to the ground on me. It literally burned to the ground. And my seller doesn't even know about it. Still make those payments. They still have the money I gave them in their pocket and they're living scotch free. And all that responsibility is now falling on me. So it is a clean cut sale. You get your money, we close quick, and all the responsibility then falls on me.
Okay, so I mean, you can send it to my agent to take a look at it. I'm not really familiar with all this real estate stuff, man. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. But if you can send it to my agent, I'll have, I'm sure she'll show it to me.
Gotcha, man. Well, does 10K in your pocket sound like something that would motivate you to do something creative like this?
Yeah, it does. Definitely better than zero. Like I said, I just don't really know, I just don't really know a whole lot about this real estate stuff. So if I can get 10K and I'm done with the property, I'll definitely be interested and take a look at it.
Gotcha. Well, on my end, it also shows me, man, that you have a VA loan on this. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's actually why I need to sell it. I'm getting orders to, I gotta go move to the base in North Carolina.
Nice, nice. Well, I actually buy a lot from veterans, man. And I love VA loans. I love veterans. A couple of my partners are actually veterans. My lender's a veteran. Um, have you taken a look to see if you have any second tier entitlement if you're going to buy another house? That's if you're going to buy another house.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't. I don't plan to buy. I plan to just live on base, um, when I get out there for a while. So I don't really, no, I don't really know what that means.
Gotcha. So this would actually work perfect for you, man. What I like I said, I'll take over those mortgage payments. I'll get you that 10K. And since you're not buying another house, entitlement's really not an issue. But at the same time, I would never want to steal your entitlement from you. And then let's say in 3 years, you want to go buy another house and your lender tells you, hey man, you only got 200K left and you're trying to buy, a $500,000 house. So first thing what I want you to do is speak to my lender. Um, give them a call for free, man. You can just pick his brain. His name's Joseph. He's a veteran himself. And he will kind of tell you what your entitlement is. And as long as it's, in the range of wherever you want to buy next down the road, and still grab a zero down. I'd love to buy this property from you, get this 10K in your pocket, pay your agent, and also I'll pay all closing costs. So that 10K, man, you get that all of it. You don't got to pay any fees. And it's a quick, clean cut close.
Um, okay, sure, man. Yeah, if you could send over all that info to my agent, and I actually was planning to give them a call in the next couple of days anyway, so I'll just reach out to her and we'll go from there.
Yeah, sure, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you giving me this time. I think my 5 minutes is almost up. I appreciate you giving me your time. I will get a hold of your agent and shoot the offer, and hopefully we can get this closed for you and get 10K in your pocket, and you can have a clean, smooth move to North Carolina.
Okay, thanks, Joey.
Thanks, Dylan.
Cool. I was trying to be a blue seller. I was trying to be cautious, precise, deliberate, questioning, formal. Yeah, but I think
Critique
that's
me.
like,
Critique me.
what's that?
Saying critique me. Anybody's got anything?
Yeah. I just know that Joey closes a lot of direct to seller leads. Like Joey's probably one of the best at direct to seller in the office. So that definitely works. I would say, Joey, like maybe mentioning the fire thing, it's definitely good, but I don't know if, only for certain objections. That'd be my only critique, but
I always mention it when they're like when they say I want a clean cut sale and be done with it. I always mention that because I'm like, look, this guy's done. And that story I just told, guys, that's a real story. We actually did have a house burned down. And we're still fighting insurance to this day, but our seller's got no obligation to it. So that's why I
yeah.
tell that story.
Yeah, I was really trying to put myself in a seller's shoes, and I don't know, that just like it kind of like raises some red flags. Like, yeah, what happens if all your properties burn down, and then you're fucked, Um, but yeah, I thought that was really good. He got to my underlying motivation. It is tough too when you have a seller like that. I plan to relist. I don't know. I just want a clean sale. I just push everything onto my agent. Because then you really have to go to the agent if that seller's not really that willing to work with you. So, but if you can actually voice your offer to them, so that way they kind of understand what you're talking about before you send an offer, and then they're like, well, what does all this mean? We have no idea what this subject to wraparound financing is. So I think that was good.
I got something for you. Something I really liked is when they said I really want to just be done with this property. I usually get sort of caught up there, but you said, well, with this creative, you will be done with it. All the responsibility is going to fall on me. And then that can lead into like a bunch of different conversations you could have. I really liked of like being able to overcome objections. I mean, I think that that was beautiful. And also like it felt to me like you could even bring those objections to the next call. So you would have saved yourself a whole bunch of time in this conversation. Like, yeah, I'm going to be responsible. Let's get on another call and talk about like what that looks like. I really, really liked that.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the one of the biggest objections as of like the last few months. And a lot of the agents say it. They just want to be done with it, clean cut sale, right? And I just try to keep reiterating how they are done with it. It is a clean cut sale, but then they'll go. Dylan didn't ask this because it was a VA, so it didn't really make sense, and he wasn't buying another house. Sometimes they'll say, "Well, I'm trying to get another property right away," like, and you're holding them back. Um, and my objection overcoming that objection is telling them, "Hey, if they're not going to buy within 12 months, it actually comes off their debt to income after 12 on-time payments of me making the payment. In the lender world, it's called paid by others. Um, Once I make 12 on-time payments of their mortgage, 100% gets cleared on their debt to income. And now let's say they want to buy right away. I'll bring it back to, the very first property I closed, but I'll say it was a deal I closed, the other day on the phone. I'll say if they're trying to get into a property right away, I have two things that can overcome that, and I close a lot like this. Um, One, I'll sign a lease option with your seller, and that should alleviate their debt to income because I'll make my monthly payment, whatever the lender underwriter wants it to be. I sign the lease option. That will allow them to then go close on their other house. After they close, I'll wait for my 12 months to be up, and then I'll close on a subject too. That's one way they can get into the property right away. Another way is I'll just get on the horn with the lender, their new lender, and explain to them how I'm making the payments every month. And this has only worked like 2 times. It just depends on the lender. Um, I'll tell them, hey, let me get on the horn with their lender. Let me tell them how I'm going to make those payments every month and how they're no longer responsible. And we'll see if that'll get them qualified. That's actually worked a couple times, but it doesn't always work in every lender. Some of them be like, no, I've never heard of this. But some will be like, oh yeah, okay, they're not responsible. Show me your contract. Show me your past deals you've done. Show me some HUDs, and let's do it. Um,
Yeah, they like money.
but the lease option always works because that it alleviates their. It's called departing residence. They're departing from their original residence, and now they're no longer responsible for it because they're going to rent it. Right? Somebody else is paying their mortgage, so that's how they get their DTI cleared.
And then
Um,
they would be able to use the rest their entitlement again for the new purchase. And then 12
Entitlement's
months.
a little different. This is just for like debt to income. Let's say it's not a veteran, it's got a conventional. He wants to buy another conventional. And his lender's telling him, hey man, you got to sell this house to get a new one. You're contingent. That's when we'll go with the lease option, or just jump on the horn with their new lender, explain how, hey man, I'm making the payments. It's not, ex seller anymore. Um, but the lease option always works. It's 100% will work. Uh, as long as they're up for it. And we still get them the same amount of money in their pocket. Still give them that down payment. Unless it's something like 30, 40, 50K in the seller's pocket, a lease option. Just so you guys know, in the lender world, they would know what the hell's going on. They would know you're trying to do something funny because nobody puts 40K down on a lease option. Um, it's got to be
It's gotta
like,
be like 2 to
5, 10,
5%.
15, 20. Yeah, 2 to 5%. Once you get in like, I'm putting 40K down, you're still going to grab it. That underwriter is going to see that and be like, what the hell's going on here? Why are you put 50K down for a lease? So you just got to get
I'll
a
let you
little,
guys
oh,
work those numbers for now.
yeah,
Yeah.
just letting you guys know just for your, oh, also this is huge. If you're going to use what I just said about that lease option, make sure you don't say something like this, right? So say, hey man, we can do a lease option. It'll get them qualified. They can go purchase their new house. And after they close on their new one, I'll close on my subject too. Do not say that. Say I'm going to wait the 12 months to close because in the lender world, that's actually fraud. You can't fake a lease option and then close right away. You can, but technically can't. It's on like in the gray area. So just don't let that come out of your mouth. Don't say that because the underwriter or the lender will be like, what, bro? You just told me you're going to do some fraud.
Okay. Yeah, I
Um,
can save that for the
yeah.
follow-up.
Yeah, you just say, hey, let's do the lease option. I'll be in the lease for 12 months. Once 12 months is over, I'll execute my option on the subject too.
I appreciate y'all. I'm just gonna keep saying it. I gotta run to another Zoom,
Let's
but
go.
hopefully I'll get you before you're over. Thanks, guys.
One
Thanks,
more
Oliver.
nugget I'll drop too is when you get that objection, oh, they want to buy their next home, so subsidy doesn't work. They can get in their next home quicker than if we were conventional. They can get in their next home in 30 days. If they sign my contract today, they can get in their next home in 30 days. Obviously, pending inspections and appraisals and all that good stuff on their end, but if everything goes well, they can, and the lender will close in 30 days, they'd be able to move in 30 days. So, sweet. Angie, do you want
Also,
to
yeah,
role
let
play?
me add one more thing for that,
Okay,
Dylan.
go ahead.
If you're getting stuck, because that is a big objection you guys are gonna get. They gotta buy another house. One of the advantages of JVing with us, if we JV with them, we send the offer, what you can tell them is, hey, in my credibility letter, you can look at my credibility, call Joe Bryant, call Andrew Schultz. You can call my past sellers who we did close and they bought a new house right away. Um, that's kind of one of the advantages because we actually did. We've done plenty of deals where they have to get into a house right away. But that's kind of the advantage of JVing with us. You can use our credibility, to help you, advantage you. I'll be like, yeah, call my past seller. And that is, I've got a deal like that. They called my past seller, Joe Bryant in Arizona. They're like, did you really get, 20K over on the listing price? Yes. Did you really buy a house right away and still had this loan under your name? Yes. And she really vouched for us, and she's gonna get paid when that closes because she helped us. But that's just the advantage of having that credibility letter and third party stories and past sellers to, make another seller feel comfortable with actually doing it. Because they get 100 calls a day with a lot of wholesalers, right? We're wholesalers too, but I don't say I'm a wholesaler. I say that's just an exit strategy of mine. I may wholesale it, may assign it, I may keep this, but I do not identify as a wholesaler. Never identify as a wholesaler. Say it's one of your exit strategies. Just a little tip.
Little tip. Okay, sweet guys. Well, we are gonna call it there. What up, Maj? You missed it, bro. We role played a bunch today. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. Our next, you got some of it? Okay, good, man.
Yeah, that was a good breakdown that Joey did. I appreciated that one because we did it on a deal out in Idaho Falls, and I wish I knew what Joey just mentioned. It's a really big gem, so thanks for that.
Absolutely. It's on the YouTube too, man, if you ever want to go back and watch it. But
for sure.
Yeah, those are like the into the weeds part of things, like high level objection handling that, if you can, you're missing out on deals if you can't handle those objections confidently, so or if you just don't have the third party stories to handle it, right? You may not even know what's possible unless you've done it too. So sweet. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna go. Actually, I don't know. When is the Elephant Challenge? It starts Monday, so we probably won't have a Tuesday Zoom, right, Ange? Can we?
It starts Wednesday,
Oh, it
so we
starts
could have
Wednesday.
our Zoom Tuesday.
Okay, so Tuesday Zoom. We might practice role play again just for Angie and Joey. Their competition comes up next Friday, so we might practice role play again. We might just have a Q&A. But yeah, make sure you guys are involved in the Facebook, in the Discord. If you have leads you're working on and you need a little bit of help on them, wherever you're stuck, send them to us. We will help you guys get them to the closing table. There's no, 100% of zero is worse than 50% of, a $10,000, $20,000 assignment fee. So if you guys need help with leads, hit the JV form. We'll also have the open office on Tuesday as well too. So Zoom at 4 Mountain Time and open office from 1 to 3 Mountain Time. So hope to see you guys there. And yeah, if you need anything else, hit up the team, go to Discord, let us know, and we will see you